The only thing I will say, though, is blow pops are good. Do you like blow pops?
What?
The lollipops.
I mean, like 15 years ago, I love
Yeah,
it.
but you know what they have now? They have the minis.
What?
You don't even have to worry about the stick.
Does it have the gum in the middle still?
Yes.
Then how can
What's
you
the
wait? That's a
point?
lot for a mini. How explain?
No, it's the so basically think of the lollipop without the stick.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's not that big,
It's like
obviously.
what?
It's like an everlasting gobstopper?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a jawbreaker or a
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it has gum in the middle, just like a blow pop.
So the stick is too much to handle. You can't hold that thing.
It's like
People are too lazy to hold.
I don't think it's laziness. I think it's maybe a safety thing,
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay. I can see
like the
that.
stick. Yeah, yeah, dude.
I like it.
I can't believe it. We just spent a minute on blow pops.
That's right. We are back.
What just happened? I don't know. What,
I got really excited and then I came back
just-
down
okay,
to
that's
earth.
good.
Yeah.
Came back down to earth.
Feels like we've been gone a long time. Our fans don't know that, but we haven't recorded in almost 2 weeks
Nice.
because Scrappy over here had to go to California.
Yes.
Back.
Yeah.
I did. I didn't have to go. Yes, I did. I was actually forced.
All right. Well, you're going to tell us about our trip, but first, welcome to MMA Untold. This is Questionable Decisions. I am Taylor Gabriels. That is Zach Scrappy Gratton.
Yes,
And
love
Mr. Fizz, the Godfather, Tim Thomas.
Yes.
Wait a minute. So we haven't changed that on like the description on anything yet. So it's still Scooby.
Tip! We'll get our intern on it.
Perfect. Yeah. So went to California, San Diego area,
Love it.
and man, it is. So I woke up and I was kind of like down in the dumps because I woke up and it's just gray. Like, what the hell? I come here for sunny California. Well, what's weird about California is from early morning till about 9 o'clock, it's just gray skies. That's all it is. Overcast. From 9 to 9:10 is clear. Like, it's clearing out. And then 9:10 to like 7:30 sunset is blue skies,
Gorgeous.
clear, no clouds. Like, where the fuck did it go? It was
Interesting.
so it was nice. And yeah, I was wearing bro tanks the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Flip flops or thong
Fantastic.
sandals, as I like to call them, and you hate that for some reason.
Flip flops.
Thong sandals. It sounds funnier.
Does it?
It does.
Okay.
So the only thing I didn't like about California is the prices. Are you fucking kidding me?
Couple
We go in
bucks.
there. So I went to I needed a snack. Dinner was about 2 hours away, and I was like, you know what? I haven't eaten. I need a snack. I need something to eat. So we just pop into just a random restaurant, Mexican restaurant, which they're everywhere down there. And we went to one that was fantastic. But anyway, we walk into one, and I open up the menu, and I see the prices, and I'm like, oh God. And this is how bad the prices were. A cheese quesadilla, just cheese, nothing in
Two
it.
tortillas and cheese. Got it.
2 tortillas and cheese. Actually, it might
Is
have
it
been
one folded over?
over. $15.
Woo!
What the fuck kind of cheese is in that? Like, that is some quality cheese imported from like France. Dude, no. Like, it
Where-
was crazy.
In San Diego?
Oceanside. So yeah, just north of San Diego.
Damn.
Couple
It was
bucks
rough.
out there. Yeah, it's
Tim,
Yeah,
you,
so-
you go to California quite a bit, so you're pretty
yeah.
familiar
It's
with
not.
it.
I mean, the hotels in San Francisco are insanely expensive. So when I was just a
So
college bum,
I felt bad, so I was like, all right, I'm at least gonna get a beer. So I got a beer, and then my wife felt bad, and it was just like, well, we should just get something else, not just eat the free chips and salsa. So they had a salsa platter. So we got the salsa platter, and joke's on us because we couldn't eat any of it because it was fucking hot as hell.
Really?
Dude, I could smell the toe hairs like burn off my
Oh,
feet.
nice.
Like, it was bad. My face was melting. My brother-in-law comes in there, just pounds it. I'm like, oh my
that's where
gosh.
it's at.
You
A
want to
real
know?
trooper.
You want to know how they label it? So they label it. There was 4 of them. One is not so hot, which is bullshit because it was pretty warm. Then it was hot. That was hotter. Then it was hot, hot, hot. So 3 hots. And the other one was hot, 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 hot. 6 hots. Yeah, that was the habanero one. And
so they're
they
not very
it.
creative, but they have good hot sauce. Got it.
It's good hot sauce if you're into it. I wasn't. And needless to say, I drank my beers pretty quickly on an empty stomach, and I was feeling it. Dinner time.
Did you have some guacamole at least? Because they have
didn't,
good avocados down there.
They do. I had guacamole at the other place we went to, but no, not this place. It didn't even. I just started chugging.
You're like the exact opposite of Hayes. He's like the guy that like we always would search for like the hottest thing we could possibly find.
Yeah.
And like obviously the Blazing Wings are like a staple with him, like at B-dubs. But every time, like if it doesn't make him sweat or any reaction, he's like, "This is the worst, absolutely the worst." Like just
yeah, those meat sticks that those hogs he bought,
so good, delish. I'm like 90% as tough as him. Like I want it to be super spicy, but then like he'll make shit and it's like this is Diablo and this is Ghost and this is that, and I'm just like dying. And I'm like, okay, we crossed the line.
Yeah,
we've gone too far.
But see, at what point, like, okay, when something's really hot, I can't taste anything. It's not like I'm getting the flavors.
It's all about tolerance. It's the same thing with alcohol. You can drink 10 beers. This guy over here can drink 20. I can drink 2. So there's a tolerance difference. The same thing with spiciness. You can build your tolerance.
I guess you could lose it too. Dude, I used to love hot stuff all the time. I used to go up to the corner store back when I was a kid and hot sausages. They're not really hot.
Sausage innuendo.
Loved them. Fucking loved them. No, but Cali was good. We plan on going back. Avoid San Diego Airport, leaving at least, because it's too small for the amount of people that go there. Holy shit.
Did it feel overpopulated?
San Diego, no.
So it's not as bad as here?
Well, it depends. I mean, there's like, 4 major cities in California? There's one here.
Yeah, but I'm talking about where we live, where
I mean,
you're in rush hour traffic no matter what time of day you go anywhere. I feel like there's 8,000. Yes.
On what?
I don't feel like anyone works anymore.
At San Diego.
San Diego.
No,
San Diego's
okay.
It's okay. I mean, the highway during rush hour can be pretty rough, but it's opposite. People live in San Diego and travel to the suburbs for traffic for work, so it's opposite. But
you know what's cool for any baseball fans out there? So their stadium in San Diego, one of the hotels we've stayed at, like they have like a skyway that's attached to the stadium.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like think about one of the worst parts of going to these big events is like going in and out of these huge crowds.
Yes.
You get your own entrance. There is no crowd, and you just walk right into your hotel. And the hotel gym overlooks the stadium and the field. So
awesome.
Like if you don't go to the game, you can watch it.
Well, that's crazy because the Cubs were going to do that down here. They're redoing Wrigleyville and everything, and they have a hotel down there, and they were going to attach it, but this was the height of the Cubs, like before they won the World Series, and they thought it would be too much, so I think they nixed it.
Interesting.
But maybe they'll bring it. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
pretty
crazy.
Avoid the crowds. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Well, speaking of gyms, I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in I can't tell you when. I just want to say I'm the heaviest I may have said this on a different QD. I'm the fattest I've been in my entire life.
Entire life. Nice.
So
that was
all
me
through,
in like December.
I think maybe from 8th grade until probably 25 or 26, I was the same weight, give or take 5 pounds. Like I never fluctuated more than 5 pounds in weight.
Age.
And then I got really hardcore into fitness. And for a few years, I got down really low, probably too low in weight and a really, really low body fat percentage, like 4 or 5%. And then
you just make sure you get that in there for all your female fans out there.
No, actually, my wife hated that version of me. Too skinny. But now she's got no problem with that because there's plenty of meat. But so I went to the gym yesterday and I tried that. Have you guys ever done that Versa climber thing?
No, but I want to.
So Rogan was talking about it, I don't know, a week ago maybe. He's talked about it before, but he had a guest on and they were discussing it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try this thing. Can't be that bad.
Woo! Mistake.
2 minutes in,
Meltdown.
like dying.
Wait, this is that.
And granted, I'm horribly out of shape right now. I was running half marathons.
I'm sweating thinking about that. Right
now
now
I
don't even know what
can't.
it
I
is.
couldn't run 1 mile right now without dying. So we're detracting from 13 and a half down to.
Could I just
can't
shout
even
out
do
our
one.
UFC 167 episode right now? If anybody wants to hear about Taylor's meltdown.
Oh yeah,
after the half
exactly.
marathon.
Yes.
Sorry.
So now I mean I'm horribly out of shape, but I don't think that was the issue. That thing is that's a beast. So you're
I'm
basically
excited.
just like climbing in on this little machine, but my legs were on fire, man.
You getting the sweat going, burning calories?
It
that all
burning everything,
Is that
man.
all you're gonna do? That's all you need to do to get back in shape.
How long did you make it on this beast?
Not even 5 minutes.
Did you see yourself out after that?
Yeah.
Like a shame,
well,
shame right
I
out
worked.
of the gym?
Well, I worked out. I lifted before.
Yeah.
So I lifted. I did the Aerodyne,
That's
whatever
a good
bike.
filler right there. Good excuse to plug
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, he had a meltdown, saw himself out. That's what really happened.
So by the way, this new gym I'm working out at, there was no one there except for me and my wife. So alone.
Beautiful.
But some guy comes up and knocks on like the side door. And I'm like,
Just late at night,
Open
or
this bitch.
early evening.
okay?
And I mean, he's got like a flower print, like Hawaiian shirt on, drinking.
I'm all
welcoming,
in.
You know,
All right, I'm all
like,
in.
all right, he looks pretty harmless.
Pick him up.
He's
Pick
like,
him up.
hey, I'm thinking about moving to this area. I just wanted to check out the gym. I was like, all right. Why are we coming in the side door here? I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead. I let him in, and I felt really awkward
Were there
afterwards.
like gym employees in there? Be like, hey, you want to take a look at this?
Nope.
Tommy Bahama over
No,
here?
this is after hours. I got a key.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, so just me, my wife, and him.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Nothing happened. He walked around and
Just
left.
in the
but-
shirt, just walked
Yeah.
around, said hi to nobody
Yep.
and left.
Damn.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's gonna be your workout partner. He's gonna move in the
I hope
neighborhood
so.
and he's gonna.
If he works out in that shirt, it's on.
That sounds like okay. So I went to see Black Panther, and it was me because I go see movies at like 5 a.m. Basically, I went at like
Nice.
10 o'clock in the morning on like a Monday. So there's me and one other guy in the theater, and so like that's always weird too because it's like anytime that like I get up or he like first of all if I get up and walk out I'm like this guy's totally staring at me like because again when he gets up and leaves I'm like where's he going, what's he up to, because again and now you're freaking out in theaters these days like. Then it's me and him, and some guy walks in and walks right into the theater. This is mid-movie, by the way. Walks in, heads on over to the fire exit, checks it, walks back out. This is not an employee. And I'm like, what does this mean? I was horrified. It's a really weird vibe when you're in the theater with one other guy. Yeah. And then afterwards, I'm like, first of all, I thought we had a pact because it's just me and this one guy. So I'm like, well, it's a Marvel movie. We've got to stay for the after the credit scene, but I can't have him leave because then I'm that guy.
Did he walk out?
Oh, he fucking left. So then I'm alone. So then I've got the employee just staring right through me. And I'm like, listen, I guarantee you've seen the end of Black Panther 1,000 times. You know there's an after credit scene. You could step in if there's not. But dude, there's no after. He knows. He knows.
Let you
Staring
know.
right through me. And there's the awkward thing, too, when it's you and another guy where you feel like afterwards, like, should you talk about the movie with them? I'm like, because we like... I don't know. Was that a thing? Did we see the movie together? I
Was
don't
he
know.
holding a bowl? Oh, you're talking about the guy you watched.
Not
the
that,
okay,
not the guy.
the employee.
Yeah, but I was like, do you reconvene after the movie because it was weird? You're
What's
like,
up, man? What'd you think?
yeah, what'd you think? I don't know if that's like
Do
protocol.
they still give you mints after the
What?
movie?
Oh, that shit. What is this?
They quit doing that?
1976?
What is
No,
this?
remember they did that for a while at our theater. They would like have a bowl with like mints
No, that's
outside of the
awesome.
door.
For what? Popcorn breath?
No, for I don't
Just a
know.
little treat.
Like a little thank you for coming. I don't know. Thank you for paying like $15 for a movie.
Well, this was the first time I'd been to the theater.
Yeah, right.
Like,
he went at 10 a.m. That shit's like $4.
oh,
maybe.
they hate me for being there. Yeah, period.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
like, why are you
they
here?
have, like,
They
the-
probably don't have the popcorn made yet.
They have like those recliners now. I'm so far behind. Like,
Oh, you went to you
just
were
like a Regal, like
yes.
AMC style.
Yes.
I was like out of control. I'm like, holy
Glorious.
shit, I'm actually
You're gonna pass
comfortable.
out.
And I was like, maybe I should go to the theater more often.
Dude, I would go to a movie that I don't want to see just to sleep.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't like those recliners are super
They are. They're
comfortable.
actually really comfortable.
And that movie theater that you were at sells beer and alcohol.
What?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
beer
you can't-
is alcohol.
Well, that's got to be your bowl.
Okay,
Yeah.
see.
It can't be beer and
Okay,
alcohol.
no, beer and alcohol, there is a difference.
But that's
And, okay, technically there is no difference. I get it. But you say, okay,
This
they
is
say
the hoodie and
beer,
sweater thing
They say
again.
beer and
Here we go
liquor,
again.
whatever. Beer and alcohol. Alcohol. See, beer to me, beer's never fucked me up to the point that I want to like die. Okay,
That makes it non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
somehow.
he changes the definitions based
yeah,
on this.
it's changed. It's
Okay.
changed. Changed like my nickname.
So yeah, it was pretty out of control. Huge recliners. I was like, oh, now I get why they did
it's
this because it
beautiful.
actually encourages me to go to the theater and get off my ass.
Last movie I saw at the theater you're talking about, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh wow, look at this guy.
Yeah, buddy. That's my favorite one.
When was the last time you went to the theater?
I couldn't tell you.
Can
I
you please?
legitimately
No, you
couldn't
gotta
tell.
know because
No,
I
no,
always
no.
knew.
Nope. Don't know the last movie I went to.
Because I
It's
went to
been
see
that long.
Coco with my daughter and wife.
I saw Coco, but not
Dark
at the theater.
Tower.
Didn't see that at the theater.
And then
although
outside
wanted
of that, the last one was like The Force Awakens. See, you know why?
See, I don't see those movies.
I know. It's because we're getting old. This is what happens. We're like falling way behind. What was the last movie? You haven't been in the theater in years.
It's a time issue. It's ultimately a time issue. It's not a money issue. It's a time issue. It's
know why I
too
know
much
that?
of a time commitment.
You know, I know that's partially false.
Why?
Because I know people that are. It's just because I feel like it's because we're getting older. Because I know people that are way younger than us that are super busy and they still go. They go they go to like the Thursday night. Like
The problem is this dude likes to go to bed at like
That's true.
7:30 at night. So
See,
like your
that's a good point.
optimal time to get
No,
that.
it's not that. It's that I like getting. If I'm going to go to the theater, I'm not squeezing in next to somebody. So I'm going to get there early. So if I'm going to get
Dude,
there
hold.
15, 20 minutes
Hold.
early.
Yeah,
they have
all
reserved
the
seats now
time.
though, all the time.
Okay.
So
yes.
these
So
are the
those
things you need to
theaters,
know.
yes.
This has changed though.
Not
this
at
was
the
just
one
an
closest to
But
him.
not
though.
all the theaters. Only certain ones.
Not the
have
ones
reserved
close.
seating.
Only that one is the one that's.
But it's starting to pop up in
yeah,
a lot of places
for
now.
Sure.
It is. I'll give you that. But that's the problem, actually. The problem is I'm not planning that far in advance. Then it's like a night out. Then it's like going to see a play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an event. It's not like I'm just going to run to the theater and see a movie. So if I've got to reserve seats in advance, that kind of thing, that feels more like a commitment.
Because mine, when I got there, they're like, "Pick your seat." I'm like, "Excuse me, give me my ticket. I'll go find one. There's no one else here, right?" And they're like, "No, you got to pick your seat." I was like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing."
Oh.
You know what? You should optimal time. My wife and I, we actually started doing this, and it's better because we either go Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings.
Okay.
Because one, nobody's really there, because Saturdays are a popular day, but it's night, and Sundays nobody's at the theater until 2:00.
That's because they're in church, you heathen.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying there are some movies that require less people in the I guess theater, which is a movie that you fuckers need to go watch. So we can
Watch, we're not
fucking talk
doing
about
that.
it. I know
When was the
we're
last time?
not.
When was the last time you went to a midnight show? You done that?
Harry Potter.
Yes. With like Deathly Hallows 2, like the last one.
Deathly Hallows 2 with my mom, my late uncle, and my buddy Anthony. And we sat in the very back, and there was only 4 seats. We were the 4 seats there. And yeah, people in costumes coming in. It was when Bellatrix died, everyone cheered.
Okay,
Like it was
spoilers
crazy.
central over
Okay,
here.
fuck you. That thing is over like 7 years old.
All right.
All of you, if anybody who's listening, if I spoiled that
He's
for
the
you,
Brendan Schaub
eat
of MMA
shit.
Told. But I do have good news for you, though. The good news is you'll actually start to get to go to a lot of midnight shows at your fucking house when you have a baby, but it's a horror show. It's going to be your baby crying, your dog freaking out,
so
your wife freaking out.
You'd actually be happy to know I'm not in training camp right now.
You're taking some time off.
Yeah,
getting some
because
sleep.
while on vacation, I got 9.5 to 10 hours every night, and it felt glorious.
Yeah, you should
felt
probably do that more
perfect,
often.
and it was so good.
Because you were
like
sleeping in a hotel bed, right?
no,
No?
I was at my in-laws.
Oh.
or my
okay.
sister-in-law.
I was like, where's that headed? Okay.
No, so we
Excuse me?
yeah, man, 9.5 hours. I didn't realize. See, we went on vacation last year. Like it was our first vacation out, and it was like we were doing stuff all the time. We literally went to California and did nothing but like little things we went to go see. And coming back, I am in. It's just there's a click. Like I'm in such a good mood that I
look
don't
at
know.
This guy.
It's so
Post-vacation
weird.
hype. Yeah,
It's
you're
so
fucked.
weird.
Give it like a week, you'll be miserable
Well,
again.
here's the thing. I was talking
back down to
I was
earth.
talking to somebody today, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to get happy about that too, and then when I got home, that's when I became miserable again. Right after my vacation, I said, "Damn, it only took like 4 hours." He was like, "Try getting off the plane and
Seriously.
being miserable."
Yeah.
I'm like, "God."
I'm always on the flight back, like, okay, how do I get back to Las Vegas? Like, what's the path I take to get back here again and not go home?
When's your vacation?
I don't know, man.
You got to take one, man.
I am at my wit's end. Yes, I need a vacation.
What's irritating you? What's going on?
You want me
You
to
throwing chairs
You
over
want me
here?
to throw
Are you
chairs?
about to throw chairs? I feel
You bringing
I
it
can
back?
sense the chair throwing.
I got a few chairs. To
Should I
throw.
break a window?
You might want
Let's
to
hear it.
open
Do
one
it.
so
Let's
I
hear
don't
it.
break a window.
All right, let's go for it.
Gosh. Okay. Well, we moved this past week,
Oh, that's always awesome.
which I didn't realize. I read or heard somewhere that divorce and moving are the two most stressful things you can have happen to you.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
I gotta add. You gotta add like marriage in there too, right? Like preparing for a wedding.
like a
That's gotta
wedding,
be
yeah.
in there too.
Now, can I just interject quickly before your moving story that the last time we moved, my wife was pregnant, which meant I got to do everything.
Oh, yeah.
My wife was going to massacre me for that statement.
Well, no, I'm gonna throw a chair at my wife.
Okay.
Because-
Whoa.
Wait, how big?
She was giving me crap. I think I told you about this, Tim. She was giving me crap because I wasn't. We're just different personalities. She wants to pack everything up a week, 2 weeks in advance, have it all packed, have it ready to go, work on it nonstop. I'm like, let's pack 3 or 4 boxes. We'll take a break.
Take a break. Clearly take a
Right?
break.
We
Get
can
some
start like 2 or
food.
3 weeks in advance.
Play a
We'll do a
game.
little bit
Yeah.
along the way, right?
Yeah.
So we were like a day or two away from moving, and there was still some things left to pack, but we're not moving far. So I was like, listen, we don't need to store the stuff. We're not moving it across the country. We're literally moving 5 minutes away. So
Yeah.
we can just throw it in the truck in a box and head on over. Doesn't
help
need to
with
be
that, yeah.
anything. But she didn't like that. She didn't want to do that. So she was on my case about not having everything packed. And I'm like, look, I packed half the stuff, more than half the stuff, and I'm going to be moving all of it or 90% of it. You can handle this portion of our move. This is all you.
This is your section.
Yes.
right?
If I pack everything and move everything, this is not
Steak
equal
dinners
here.
for a week.
Yeah,
Yep.
this isn't equal. So I'm going to need you to just take a step back, reassess, and then approach me in a different way here.
I'm about to hit that.
Excuse me.
Take a step back. What are you about to
Wait.
do?
What just
Oh,
happened?
I'm sorry. I'm about to hit that
Goodness.
situation
Okay,
with
Ricky.
the house.
God.
Fucking meltdown. Stop the podcast. No, so
What the hell is
I'm
happening?
done.
All right, it's over.
yeah. What are you
At
gonna do?
least-
I'm
I don't know. I
I'm fucking lost because I got
I
the
got lost
Godfather over here, the God Fairy over here, just fucking
You
with
lost
me.
me, and I'm gonna hit that and pause, and I'm like, wait, excuse me? I don't know what's happening. Is that a threat? I don't.
Okay,
No,
you
I-
go so I can throw a chair.
That
Yeah.
situation I'm about to hit because we have some renovations that we need to finish in our home, and guess who can't paint? Guess who can't deal with drywall dust? My
How
pregnant wife.
convenient.
Yeah,
She's
no
pregnant.
shit.
She
She
can't
waited.
do anything.
Oh,
Oh,
all her fault.
convenient excuse.
Yeah, so I throw a chair. I can't throw a chair at my wife, but
No, just not at your baby.
just not. Yeah, yeah,
Stinging a lot of weird
yeah.
twists and
It's a
turns.
big spot to miss, though.
Yeah.
It's a target.
Oh my goodness.
So my issue really comes down to, so there was an issue with, a lot of issues with the moving. I won't go into those, but I feel like there's been this cascade of events that have happened where things don't seem to be breaking our way. And I'm not going to complain about a bunch of stuff, but I am going to get irritated about one specific thing. So my wife went to McDonald's, don't know why, to get some coffee drink, okay? Gets to the bottom of the drink and finds a giant screw
Whoa.
in the bottom. So too big to go up the straws, thank goodness, but still nonetheless a big fat screw in her cup.
Now,
ahead.
you are talking to the guy that found a piece of metal in his ice cream cone like 10 years ago, and not only did
There
I,
you go.
admit
Different
I
time.
finished the ice cream cone and tried to get another one next time I was there because I loved the gentleman that owned the establishment. I didn't have the heart to report it. Unfortunately,
They're closed.
like 2 weeks later, well, they are closed. They did go out of business, and the machine went down, so I think someone else reported it. Bless his heart.
That was you and Hayes, right?
Yeah, but he didn't report it. God knows. He also wanted another ice cream cone because they are delicious. So.
Well, my wife reported it,
Oh,
and
boy.
the lady says, "Oh, sorry about that. If you want to come in, you can file an official claim or report or whatever. And then if something happens to you, then we have it on file."
You do it online? I don't know.
No, you go in. So she went in, and they're like, "Yeah, do you have the screw?" My wife's like, "Yeah." They're like, "Can we have it?" She's like, "No."
Yeah,
Of course
good
not.
call.
What the
Good
fuck?
call.
Then she asked for a copy of the report so she could have
Good call.
proof
Yeah.
that she filed
They
a
wouldn't give it
report.
to her.
They wouldn't give it to her.
Really?
That's some shady business.
Then they said they were going to contact her. Heard nothing from them. Basically, not trying to scam or get anything out of this, but nothing was done. There were no repercussions. Fine. Look, the screw probably fell out of the ice machine. The guy scooped it up. Not a big deal. No harm, no foul.
Soft serve.
But we deal with that. Then the very next day, we dealt with another similar situation with the place that we're living. And then I call to try to get AT&T internet and cable installed. Call Xfinity. They can't service the area because it's a brand new building. They can't service the area. AT&T is the only service provider for that location. So I call AT&T. The guy who answers, the rep, says, hang on, I'm on the other line. I'll call you in 30 seconds. No longer, 30 seconds. And he's very oddly specific. Sounded like a used car salesman kind of thing. I was like, all right, whatever, man. No phone call back.
Like none?
Like none, not that day, not the next day. So I'm dealing with all this other stuff. So I call back a couple days later. I get a voicemail. Leave a message. No call back. 2 days later, I call for a third time because, again, I got no one else to call to install internet.
This is such bullshit.
So I call them again, get the same guy. Hey, man, it's me. Remember when you
30-second
told me
guy,
30
yeah.
seconds? Yeah, that didn't happen. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me pull over my car, get out my laptop, do all this stuff. Cool. Hang on, 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. So then we do that. I'm on the phone with him for like 45 minutes. Now,
Oh,
mind you,
God.
I know exactly what plan I want before this conversation even starts. 45 minutes on the phone with this guy. Okay, he's like, well, I hope we should be able to get out there Saturday. This was like 2 days later. He's like, but I don't know, but hopefully they'll be able to send a rep out. Then he looks in his computer. Oh, nope, not Saturday, not Sunday, not Monday. Can do Tuesday between 1 and 3, or we can do Thursday between like 8 and noon or something. Like, man, I'm work, I got my wife works, we got stuff going on. Okay, I'll take a half day. I'll be there. Work out something with my job, get the time off. I'm at home. 1 to 3 is the time window. 3 o'clock hits, no word. Call him back. Hey, man, I'm. This has literally cost me money now. What's going on? Oh, I don't know. I'll call the dispatch and see where the tech is, but I can't tell you where he is. We're not allowed to. Okay, well, what can you do to make this situation right? I wish there was something I could do, but, the tech should be out sometime.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
can you tell me when? Nope, no idea. Okay, so in other words, you can do nothing for me. So then the tech finally comes out, takes him 2.5 hours to set up my stuff, almost 3 hours. So now we're talking 6 hours of my day for AT&T to install internet. 6 hours. And the issue is none of that. The issue is that we're living in a world, and I hate to say this because this sounds so much like my parents' or grandparents' generation, but we are living in a world where I feel like there is none, very little, if not none, no consequences or repercussions for your actions.
Sure.
That is the day and age we live in. You just get away with almost anything, especially if you have the power. So in this situation, AT&T has the power. In the other situation, McDonald's, what do they care?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the little guy. AT&T is the only internet provider. So
You'd
why
think McDonald's would care, because if you fucking sue them, or like, you know what I mean? Like, they should be very careful. It sounds like they just did their
that's the
reporting.
thing. McDonald's is one of those. They're so big. They probably get calls like that every day.
But you'd think after, like, remember the coffee lawsuit back in the day where the lady spilled
course.
You'd think they, like, you find a screw in the bottom of your drink, they should be, like, all over it, giving you gift cards or whatever else they could give you.
I guess what harm is there in a screw being in your coffee?
Well, you clearly could choke on it.
Could, but didn't.
But what if? What if you
Right.
were like the old Chuck Palahniuk choke book and you, like, set it up? What if you, like,
Well,
fine,
you
I'll fucking
could.
get my phone ready.
Sure.
And I'll choke on this shit and sue him.
Yeah, you could. But you could also buy a drink.
Lights going on over there. Zach's like, you know
Well,
what?
Zach
You still have
could do
that
that.
screw?
I guess that would be like the coffee thing is like, I guess that's it. Here's a weird correlation here to USADA. You could say, okay, the coffee's too hot. Here's my physical burn marks from the coffee. They can go and test the average coffee at the average McDonald's, just like USADA can say, okay, we're just going to pull a random version of this supplement from the shelf and see if it's also tainted with this stuff.
Yeah.
You can just drive to a random McDonald's that has no awareness that they're about to be, tested for this, and you can find that out. I feel like the screw thing is a little bit different just because what's the proof that screw came from McDonald's? How do I know you didn't throw that screw in your coffee and just claim?
True.
With the coffee thing, I feel like it's a little more.
That's the thing,
provable.
though. So
Right.
what it was ice cream. What was it?
It was like a mocha drink, like a coffee drink.
So you got to think that each machine that comes out of is going to be pretty similar to through company standards. It's no different than getting like, you walk into, say, I'm going to go, wow, I've never been in, when's the last time you went into a PacSun? Anyway, you see a PacSun fixture and then you go into another PacSun, they have the same exact fixture.
Yeah, but I don't know that a screw specifically would be specific to a machine. Like if the ice machine for McDonald's is not going to have a screw that's got McDonald's carved into it.
You're right.
You know what I mean? It's going to be a generic screw from the hardware store that the
But
manufacturer.
the chances of that screw matching with another one, like you going to buy a screw that matches just by looking at it, that's,
That might be your only angle. But I don't want to. I mean, we didn't want to sue. We didn't want anything out of it. It was just in a long line of things that were happening day after day.
I think there are, to a certain extent, repercussions for these things. Like, and I think people get uncomfortable talking about them. Like my wife, when you talk about like Borders and stuff going out of business, and like they keep losing them, or a lot of these brick and mortar stores going under. Back in the day, we used to always be like, fuck Borders. I go there, a CD's like $19. This is bullshit, but they're the only one that has it. Or Best Buy's like 25 minutes away. So you got to go to Best Buy, whatever. Over time, they fuck with people long enough that someone like Amazon comes along and is like, fine, the margins are gonna be low. We're gonna make very little money, but we're gonna take all the sales to us and we're gonna put everyone under. And slowly that happens. Well, people get upset. But I think that some of these monsters, like, we briefly discussed Google Fiber stepping in to potentially help out with some of these issues, like AT&T, maybe, right?
God, there's got to be more than Google just waiting to get into that market.
But why do people? It's funny because then you become like Apple steps up and makes like the iPhone, which solves like everyone's phone problems, but now everyone over time hates Apple. And I know there's going to be people out there throwing their phone right now saying like, they didn't do it first, but ultimately they create the iPhone, like changed everything, right?
Sure.
But now everyone hates them. They hate like the monster. People hate Amazon, but it's like, yeah, but they solved that problem. Now you don't have to go to Borders and pay $20 for a CD. You can get it for $9.99, whatever. I know that's totally outdated reference because CDs aren't a thing anymore, but remember that shit?
Yeah, of course.
You go try to get a book and it was like $30 and you get it on Amazon for like $9.99.
Well,
this is bullshit.
That's now. Like we were looking at like books for like pregnancy and adult
Yeah.
being a parent, and we saw a book say at Barnes and Noble, and we see the price, and it's like my wife, she's like, oh, let me check Amazon. It's like half the price.
Yep.
She's like, I'll order it. It'll be here tomorrow.
So you know what's crazy is they put all those borders down, and now they're putting in the Amazon brick and mortar stores. And as long as you have Prime, you get the Amazon price. Now they do fuck with you a little bit. If you don't have Prime, they mark it up. But if you have Prime, it's the Amazon price. So they're they've fixed it.
They're smart.
Isn't
I mean,
it?
obviously.
But why do people get offended by the monster? Because my wife really gets upset.
I think maybe what people couldn't articulate about why they get offended is they're afraid of what's just happened with me and AT&T. AT&T is literally the only internet I can get, so they're the monster.
Yeah.
And then they can do whatever they want, and I have no recourse. Because all they have to say to me is, don't like it, go somewhere else. And I go, I can't. So here we are. So I just have to bite my tongue and take it. So I think people are afraid if Amazon puts everyone out of business, they become a monopoly, they can do whatever they want essentially at that point. Now, however, we've had this conversation. Maybe it was on the podcast. We did one episode, you and I, Tim, where Zach was gone. It was either on that one or we had it on a bonus episode. But I believe firmly that all the big brick and mortar stores that are going out of business, that these monsters are taking over, I believe what's going to happen is the mom and pop shops are going to rise up again. And they're going to fill the niches and the stuff that the monsters are getting wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's all about that, right? That's what these companies are doing. The big stores lowered their prices from the mom and pops, gave you more convenience. Now the monsters are just one-upping that.
Yep.
But now what the monster can't give you is that very personal experience. But not just that. I don't think our generation cares as much about that as people say. Well, you can't have that real interaction and real experience and touch the product. We don't care about that. But I think what we do care about is I don't want to sit on Google for 4 hours to try to find out about a product. If I could walk in a mom and pop shop that literally specialize, if I got a baseball bat for my son, if I walk into a baseball bat store where the guy knows more about baseball bats than I could ever find on Google, I'll just go there to buy my bat.
True.
Even if it's $10 more than Amazon, I'll go there.
Do you think I'm asking you guys this because you play more video games than me? Did the same thing happen with the video game industry? Because I feel like for a while it was the big studios, and then there was those backlashes against your EAs and stuff that just turned into microtransactions central, or micro teas, as I have a buddy who calls it. But now these independent studios are coming in with these $20 games or free games, even Fortnite's free, right? Mm-hmm. But
Correct.
they get your money, they get you an opportunity. But it's not like a scam. You can play Fortnite, right? And you can be on even footing with someone. You just don't have the special skins or whatever.
Yeah.
But those studios got greedy, and now the little independent ones came in and snuck in. Dead by Daylight is a $20 game. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, I'll pay you $20 for this game that takes 10 minutes, and here we go. I'm fine with that, but I'm not playing some bullshit. It happened to me with Dead Space. Dead Space 3, EA went all micro T's with it, and it ruined the whole damn thing. The best guns cost money, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. Did it happen to the video game industry too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Little guys came in and snuck
I think that's a big thing that we talk about when we play the Call of Duty series. We're worried that the guns are going to start costing money.
Yep.
So
what's your fucking your damn the cars and the ball? Rocket League. Yes, that's a free game, right?
It used to be, and then it was free for a good chunk, and then it's $20.
Okay, so there you go.
It's a game that, like you said, takes 10 minutes to download, and you can constantly play, and that's
the independent sandbox kind of game. Minecraft is the first that I can think of. I'm sure there were more before in Minecraft. But that was a really, really big one. And it was free. It was, crappy
Where did
graphics,
they get you? What the fuck did you pay for in Minecraft?
Nothing.
Where did they win? Just ads or something?
Eventually, that game Zach was talking about, eventually it was okay, now it's going to cost you $15 for the computer or whatever it was, or PlayStation. Then they released it on other platforms and had other things you could buy. But they made all their money in dolls and T-shirts.
True,
and
the merchandising. Yeah, that's a good point.
Even the selling of the game for $15 because the game was, 32-bit graphics or whatever it is. I mean, it's really blocky,
Yeah,
no pun
right.
intended, but it's terrible graphics. It cost them nothing to make. So they made all their money back instantly on that game, but they spread word of mouth and they cleaned house
Yeah, they
with
did.
Minecraft.
Well, Minecraft was the most addicting game of all time until Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite surpassed it. Do you think it's because it's a free thing? Like, is that why everyone's like, oh, I want to play this game because it's free?
Certainly doesn't hurt.
But here's the thing. I don't know if it necessarily is a free thing because people genuinely like the game. They're like, yeah, I like this game. Like you said, the graphics are shit and everything's blocky, but
You
the
know why?
graphics-
You know why? Because even though it's obviously derivative, especially Fortnite. Fortnite's still derivative of Minecraft in a way, but what's nice about it is it feels like a fan-made game. It doesn't feel like a corporate monster just pumped out another game. It feels like you and I sat down and we're like, hey man, what do we like about Call of Duty? Let's put that in a game. What do we like about Minecraft? Let's put that in a game. What do we like about this? All right, let's put it all together and make a game. We'll give it to people for free. That's what happened.
that's how
People eat it up.
That's what's yeah, I would like to hear more of a study on that, like how that became such a like pop culture phenomenon. Like Fortnite is just fucking gigantic. Again, not to date the podcast, but it's like seriously, when like Drake's
Trust me,
playing it,
that'll
shit,
be. This won't date the podcast as much as you think. I think this game, it's
gonna last.
it's
a
being
while.
considered like the game of the generation.
Well, and they'll do a sequel. I mean, it'll be it'll.
Well, it's
it'll
the
go
thing.
on
They
for a
just
while.
do updates.
Well,
They
they'll
changing it
eventually.
up, and yeah, they
they'll
should.
do a different one. But
How's-
let's talk.
Oh, sorry.
You got
How's-
something else?
Just quick. How did God a War go? Just
So I'm
curious.
about 22 hours in, and I'm not even halfway.
Like a quarter of the way in.
Not even
Yeah.
halfway,
How
because
you
there's
feeling?
so many side missions that you can do. The story is fantastic, dude. Everything about this game is great, and what I like to see is that it's still getting the 10 out of 10s. Like even after everyone is playing and everybody can complain about it. Do you know what the complaint is?
No.
Are you gonna get it?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. Are you gonna get it? No.
No.
The main complaint is that he says boy too much.
Okay.
And he doesn't really say it too much. That's just something that is like registering like, oh,
I mean,
he
it's
said
his
that, like, 2
child,
minutes
I
ago.
assume, right?
Exactly. And it's him teaching him along the way. And then
How
but see,
dare they?
here's the thing.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing they could say within the first 10 hours of playing it. But as the game continues and his son Atreus comes like and gets better and forms into like this warrior that he's trained to be.
Spoilers.
He is
I'm
the
just-
king of spoilers.
I'm not
know.
even done yet. Like I'm not even halfway done through the game. So like they'll meet it. But like the game moves on and he switches his attitude. That's how good this game is. Like
So there's character development.
exactly.
Got it.
It's perfect.
Hey, quick side note. I want to talk MMA because we've been talking about nonsense for the first 40 minutes.
And the QD, so like an hour and a half, no UFC or anything.
Yeah. So, but before that, I want to say, Zach brought me my favorite cigar back from California.
Oh boy.
Yeah, buddy.
I know nothing about this, so go ahead.
No, he just brought me an Oliva V. It's one of my favorites.
That just looks like a
It's not my
fucking chocolate
favorite.
bar to me. I don't know what's going on, but that's probably because I've had to watch Willy Wonka like 70 times in the last week. So go ahead.
So, well, I mean, that's just I'm a big cigar aficionado, a big cigar guy. Tim's our resident vodka, Red Bull, beer bong
I got
guy.
super fucking offended at a Deadspin article the other day that was ranking the top 10 mixed drinks. This is highly offensive. So get ready for the explicit tag.
Captain and Diet Pepsi.
Okay, they had 10 things listed. Number 10 was vodka Red Bull. Number 9 was getting hit by a car. Highly offensive to say that it's worse than getting hit by a car.
What?
And then there were 8 drinks after it. I had to power through and build up the courage to read the rest of the article.
Damn.
It had Captain and Coke at number
Can we,
5.
hold on, can we guess some other ones?
If I can remember, I got this shitty
Was
old
there?
brain, man.
Was there a screwdriver? Like
Yeah, I think
yeah.
it was. I mean, I can try to
Gotta
fire
be
this
Jaeger
fucker
bomb.
up.
Vegas-
No, it's
Vegas
top
bomb?
10
You're
taking
drinks,
it
dude.
easy.
Oh, top 10 drinks. I thought you was like top 10s that will get you like railed
No, I
or
was.
derailed. Sorry.
You are fucking out of
Vocabulary.
control. Oh, I think I have this.
Explicit
Okay.
tag.
Okay.
Okay,
so
I'm sorry. Number 15 was vodka Red Bull. Number 14 was getting hit by a car.
15. Even worse.
Motherfuckers. Okay, so now that I'm really upset and I'm
So
throwing a lot more than
screwdrivers
chairs,
on there.
we've got number 6.
Number 6. Okay.
Yes. You want to try to guess number 1?
I mean, they're all mixed drinks. Is it 2-part components or are they
Or is it
full?
just
Is it like
1, 2?
gimlets or
yes,
Long Island.
number 12 for Long Island
wow.
iced
Yeah,
tea.
Long Island? Okay.
So it's offensive that all my favorite drinks are in the bottom, but I guess just class
Is a gimlet on there?
Yeah, number 5.
Number 5. So I got 6 and 5.
So Captain and Coke is definitely on there.
Jack and Coke.
Number
not on
7, rum and
Jack
Coke.
rum and Coke.
Well, whatever,
Well,
Captain
Jack is
Coke,
Tennessee whiskey.
There? No Jack and Coke. Is that
Whiskey soda, number 9.
whiskey soda.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
What's number 1? I'm gonna go. It's got to be and it's a 2. It's 2.
Yeah.
They're all 2s.
I mean,
Is there,
most of them.
Alabama Slammer on there.
No. I don't know what slammers have to do with this, but I'm down
Alabama-
for a game of Pogs.
Pogs.
This is gonna be. Well, this is just popular, I think now. Fireball, Dr Pepper.
No, I don't even. No, sir.
Come on. Is it Manhattan? No.
Nope.
No.
It goes, here you go. 15 vodka Red Bull, 14 getting hit by a car, 13 motherfuckers. 13 vodka tonic,
Come
12
on. Gin and tonic.
Gin
on
and
there?
tonic.
Gotta
12
be.
Long Island iced tea, 11 Bloody Mary, 10 Jack and Coke. Wow.
Okay, so Jack and
So
Coke was
it
on
is
there
on-
and Bloody Mary. Shit, I should have gotten that.
9 whiskey soda,
drinking
8
those on
vodka
Sunday.
cranberry.
It's got to be
Gorgeous.
something vodka.
Vodka cranberry is that high up?
Those are pretty good.
Well, that's
Okay. See,
you're gonna
this
set
is an
me off.
offensive list.
That is not a better drink
Vodka Red
than
Bull.
a freaking Bloody Mary or a Long Island. A vodka cranberry?
I didn't
Get
make this
outta
list.
here.
This says it says scientific and unimpeachable results.
No, unimpeachable my ass.
Number 7 rum and Coke, 6 screwdriver, 5 gimlet, 4 Greyhound. Excuse me, I don't know what
The
that.
fuck is a Greyhound?
3 whiskey sour,
Okay.
2 whiskey ginger, and number 1.
Whiskey ginger,
gotta-
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna-
guess,
it's gotta
but
be
I would
vodka.
think that was 2.
It's not vodka.
Final chances at the
Hold on.
number 1 drink.
We're just
Whiskey
guessing.
ginger, number 2.
Like the most popular. Is that
the number. This is what they ranked. They did.
Is
a
it
survey.
is vodka the primary alcohol in it?
No.
It's got to be. Well, then it's whiskey.
It's got to be rum.
Whiskey.
Gin? Is it gin and tonic?
Nailed it.
Number
yeah,
1?
gin and tonic.
Yeah?
Number 1.
Oh,
Wow.
I said that.
Did you say gin and tonic?
did say
I
gin and
apologize.
after
I'm
he said-
fired up because of number
Did you
fucking
say gin
15.
and tonic after I said gin and tonic?
No,
Because
you
it doesn't
said.
count.
You said.
You're that guy in Pictionary that
You
yells
said
out
some-
the
no, fuck
answer
you.
Yeah,
right after I
yeah.
say
You know
it.
what
I
the-
said that.
I'm like,
You
motorboat, you're motorboat, motorboat.
You motorboating son of a bitch.
He gets
You want
excited.
to know the greatest thing about a podcast? We're gonna fucking listen to it, and you're gonna hear me say it.
Oh, okay. Fair play.
It's like-
Fucking
This
right.
is our new thing. We have like a family group text, right? And my wife always yells at me because I don't respond quick enough. So recently, I've been like, I'm committed to this, right? Because I just don't get to it in time. So the past like 3 times I've tried to respond, I'd be like the other night, we got a text about 311's coming to town.
Yes.
And my sister-in-law is like, we should go to 311. So I'm like, oh, I wanted to go. We were gonna get tickets. So then
Hey, Zach, shut up.
so I go to my wife. I'm like, hey, because again, if I don't tell her we're gonna go, she's like, you didn't tell me you wanted to go to 311. So I'm like, hey, wanted to go. Here's how it would work. When I get tickets, your sister just asked about this. I'm gonna say we're gonna go. And in the meantime, like 2 minutes later, I'm like helping put my daughter to bed. My phone buzzes. It's my wife in the group text, and she's like, we're totally down to go. We should make a night of it. I'm like, hey, man,
she
I
stole
didn't
your
know you're
thunder.
stealing all my texts. And then it's like happened like 3 times. Welcome to year 5 of marriage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is what fucking happens. So
Let me know, by the way, just side note, if
see,
you
it's
guys
Offspring. Woo!
do. It's Offspring
What?
and
What?
Gym Class Heroes.
See,
It's
this is
decent
this is
lineup.
my question for you guys.
I'm
When?
in.
See, I don't sometimes
I'm
like.
in. I'll go see 311.
They just
I
toured
love
with
that
Offspring not too long ago.
Do you
We
know
went
how?
to that.
Do you know how? Like when you go to like the carnival or like a mechanic shop, it's the carnival, right?
Did you say the carnival or the mechanic?
Yeah, bear with me here. Hang with me.
Completely
Here.
different. And I haven't been to a carnival.
Zach, this'll
in
make
years.
sense.
Weren't you just talking
This'll
about
make
carnivals the last podcast or fairs? You're talking about going to the
Fairs.
fair.
So like the fair.
Same
Not
damn
the
thing.
The fair.
What the fuck
Yeah.
are you talking
Hulk,
about?
you were talking about going to the fair.
No.
Yeah, you were, because you got your Scooby Doo painted on hoodie at
Yes.
the fair.
Yeah. Okay, going to a fair. I was like 15.
No,
You
all right,
still go to fairs.
listen.
Got it.
10 years ago.
The fair, if you go there, right? It's a bunch of fucking elephant ears and Ozzy Osbourne. That's all it fucking is, right?
Oh,
You walk in, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say all aboard.
Now he's back, yeah. So, all right, so
Damn it.
same
That was a
thing.
shirt
You go
moment.
to like a random ass mechanic, anything. It's like music from the 80s, you know, fucking
Yes.
Def Leppard, you name it.
What mechanics? No,
All right, just hold. Just shit on the mechanics. So I'm like, man, they're stuck with this old music. Like they play that shit at the fair. Like my wife calls it the fucking zipper music because that's what the parents there love.
Of course.
Which we're the only ones excited for 311 Offspring. But I always wonder, I'm like, when am I going to get old? Because 311 Offspring makes me look old. Listening to Cardi B does not.
You listen to Cardi B?
So,
I'm
so
done.
when
Next
when
topic.
do you get old? When is that? Like,
When
because
we
I
start
still
When you
listen.
start listening to Cardi B.
No.
No,
Like, don't get
shit.
Don't get. That was a joke. Don't get.
Oh,
caught-
okay, good.
Don't. Even though I do respect you.
Oh
fucking
my
idiot.
God.
But if I listen to fucking whatever, Future, Drake, whatever, that's current music.
Sure.
When do I? Because I'm
When do you
fucking
cut it
old
off?
as fuck. When do we completely fall off? And I'm like, let's just go see 311 a million
You know,
times. and
I
give
think
up.
it's the generation. I think your generation is in that, like, it's that phase where you guys can adapt to things, and you guys can take on change and be okay with it, but you still like the old shit you grew up on.
But so when does that cross over?
I don't-
When are we like
I-
screw the new stuff?
I'm
but
just
here's the-
listening to old.
I'm
311.
already there.
Yeah.
I don't listen to any new stuff.
Well, I thought about this earlier when you're like, I don't go to the theater, I don't do this. I'm like, are we becoming old?
I'm crossing over. I'm waiting to turn on the oldies station and hear like,
Yeah.
What's
Down.
oldies though?
well, that's the
well,
point.
that's the question.
That's the
When does
question.
Ozzy Osbourne turn into 311?
Yeah, when does doo-wop
whatever.
music turn into like Nirvana?
I
playing
mean,
on
the
oldies
first station I'll always put on is 90s alternative.
Right, but when does 90s alternative become the oldies? Like right now, if
It
you were
was
10 years ago, if you turned on the oldies station, it was 50s and 60s music. Then I think oldies then was starting to go to like 60s and then like Zeppelin, the Doors, that kind of stuff you could hear on the oldies. It would like kind of cross into the 70s, 60s, 70s. I don't know if the oldies plays 80s music. Now it may. Maybe in 10 years we hear
you let the radio
some 90s
stations
music.
handle that.
So, I mean, 90s is like kind of like the new oldies. Right? Is that the new zipper music? Is like
It's
Soundgarden
getting
and
there.
Nirvana and Guns N'
it's
Roses?
getting there. Maybe another
Maybe it's just
5-10
creeping up.
years. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I
Just
think our
curious.
podcast is going to determine that because that's all we play after QDs is 90s.
This is true.
It's perfect.
No,
I was just
didn't we
curious.
have like Ludacris Christmas album playing? all
No,
the
we had
time?
to actually behind the music, MMA Untold. We had to cut Taylor off with some music recommendations because it was always like Diddy, Ludacris. We're like, we got to get a little more current sometime.
No, but I'm all.
He's
Hey,
making faces. He's cutting that out 100%.
hey, I'm all in on the 311. That'd be sweet. I love.
Shit, you're a liar. You hate 311.
I love the Offspring,
Okay, there's the twist.
and that's where I got my phone stolen last
That's
year.
true.
Oh, you were at that show.
I need to.
Oh no, you were
redeem
not
it.
at 311 Offspring. You were at a different.
No,
Got it.
I was in Rock on the Range. Yeah, buddy, 3 weeks. Let's go.
I was just gonna ask you, is that coming back soon?
Oh yeah, I'm so
there
ready.
he is.
Alice in Chains starting off Friday
now
night.
now you're speaking my language.
Friday night, yeah. Avenged Sevenfold on Saturday night. Tool
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Yes.
Those are the headliners.
right
Have you
in my
seen Tool
wheelhouse.
before?
I've never.
I want to see
seen
him so
Tool.
bad.
Never seen him. See him this year.
See, this is an old man conversation. See,
wait.
we just like in and out. We wiggle in and out. Or just
Cannot wait. But then they have they have newer stuff. Like, well, I know my boy Tech Nine's gonna be there.
You
Cannot
damn right.
wait.
Tech Nine's gonna be there,
I
and a perfect
cannot
circle.
wait. A perfect circle too.
Sorry.
Yeah, but here.
Don't but.
No, no,
a
no,
Yeah,
no, no.
do not. Yeah, but
I'll
a
end this
perfect
No,
podcast
I was just
right
gonna
now.
say. I was gonna say, yeah, but then like you go into the oldies, Stone Temple Pilots, their new shit, man. I cannot.
Okay, sir, Scott Weiland is dead.
Hold it.
Hey, newsflash! Don't know if you knew this.
Okay, one, I was not expecting that response because I was like, okay, normally following that, okay, sir, you can't go that far. It's like, okay, he's dick. Well,
STP was Tim's favorite
I
band.
fucking
in
love
high
it.
school.
SCP or ICP?
No, the ICP is you.
That's you.
I'm down with the crown. I'm not down with the clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, nailed it.
KMK.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, so where were we? Okay.
we need to move on to some MMA talk because we're an hour in and we haven't
We gotta
said a
talk
word
about-
about MMA.
Are we gonna talk about your boy?
Yeah, we need to talk about Frank Mir.
Oh God.
Tim?
Okay. I'll field this.
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
take this on the spot. You had to
for it.
you had to handle fucking Anderson Silva PED questions. Frank Mir pulled a Frank Mir. Frank Mir, we've spent a fucking month leading up to Fedor and Mir. We did our best to help
tried.
Bellator promote. But Mir rocked Fedor and went full Mir. And did you guys see that he said his emotions got the best of him and he got thrown and got super fired up?
Dude.
And he stood with Fedor
That
like
was
a
the
fucking
prettiest
idiot.
throw, though.
Frank,
I was
look,
coming from Fedor, a Fedor that like I know, coming from that Fedor and coming from a Mir that I used to know,
yeah.
like that was, oh my God.
Well,
that was
that's-
incredible.
As my wife was my wife was consoling me, pretty much giving me the "you're not a bitch" speech as I was having a meltdown.
You are not this bitch of a person right now. Like,
So as she's consoling me after the fight, she's like, it's okay, whatever. And I'm like, it really is okay, because I was like, ultimately the problem with this fight is it actually means nothing. And that I saw a quote, and I was going to ask you guys about this because we jokingly call this Scott Coker Untold. There's Jordan Breen from Sherdog calls Scott Coker like cotton candy booking because there's no substance. And ultimately, what did Fedor versus Mir really mean? What does Chael versus Mir mean? Like, what are we
Chael
watching?
versus Fedor.
Or, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry. See, I'm hanging on.
You already
Well,
I mean, what does this tournament winner? What does it all mean? Other than nostalgia,
I would say that question would have been harder to answer before the Mir Fedor fight. I think this fight sparked more interest into this because now you have a Chael and Fedor, which is the best case scenario for Bellator. It's the best case scenario.
it is.
I guess that's what Scott Coker is trying to do, just to, I guess, defend his cotton candy booking. I guess by doing that tournament and setting it up, he's trying to create matchups that would otherwise never be made and then have an excuse for making them. If he just set up Fedor Chael, I think even the people that maybe want to see that fight would be like, why?
That
How the
fight-
hell would you set that up?
To your point, that fight might be the one that truly benefits from this, because that now carries some weight. And when Chael went over there and was saying he wanted Fedor, I was like, whatever. Now it carries some weight.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, look, you guys, before I joined, did Shamrock and Gracie, right?
Mhm.
And what did you do? You completely blew over the last one in Bellator.
Yes, the third
Because
fight,
it was
absolutely.
worthless, because that was cotton candy booking. If we ever did Fedor Part 3 or Mir Part 2, we would not. If anything, when we talked about that, we'd be like, he shouldn't have been fighting anymore, right? So what are we really watching? It sucks. Like, it bums me out because, I was talking to somebody the other day and they said Bellator is really good with the old guys and really good with the super young guys. The problem is they're missing the in-between. And because of
That's
that,
a great
the
assessment.
ratings are suffering because you're like waiting. You're like, Pico's coming and Dylan Dennis is coming. And like a lot of these guys are coming. And it's like, we got Mir, we got Fedor, we got Chael. But it's like, yeah, but what about those cards in between?
Well, that I will give you. I think the idea. Okay, so let's just address the elephant in the room. We were going to take our contest winner to Bellator, and we were excited, Fedor and Mir. And then we saw the rest of the card shake out, and we were like, hey, let's take you to a UFC instead. And now that we have a UFC coming to Chicago, we called an audible. We're going to the Chicago UFC with the winner. But this, if that card, to your point, was more filled out, the idea, I think, with Fedor and Mir is to get the eyes on the card and then to witness those other guys. But you also have to promote them in the process.
Like, Dylan Dennis is one thing. That
Of
worked
course,
out.
yes.
But if I turn that on, the co-main event can't be like Sam Cecilia. I know he wasn't even the main attraction in the co-main. He can't be in the co-main event of a Fedor card. Sam Cecilia is a UFC cast-off, like tough failure. Guys, 500, it makes no sense. How is he the co-main?
And that's not a shot at him.
No,
That's just to say
exactly.
that
No,
can't be your
I'm not
co-main
trying to be
event.
offensive, but it's like that can't be your co-main on a Fedor card.
No.
So look, we were going to go to both of them, but you price the tickets and you're paying UFC money they're charging UFC money because it's Mir Fedor, and it's like I'm not paying $120 to go see one fight, really.
And
And
thank
even the
goodness
bigger-
we didn't.
And
We
the bigger
saved-
thing is we
Saved
saved money
by going
to the
to
UFC.
and the card is
UFC
killer.
is stacked.
That card is, I really do think that's maybe gonna be the best card of the year.
You get opportunities. Like Strikeforce did a great job with opportunities. The UFC would falter, and Strikeforce, the cards would always deliver. It was perfect. It's like they knew. Bellator falters sometimes. They come to Chicago, we're starved for UFC. Fedor Mir, good start. Overprice it, no undercard.
That's a good point too. I hadn't thought about that. They had a chance to really impact the Chicago market because yes, the UFC had been dismissing us with mediocre at best Fox cards for the last 5 years.
We lost so many fights. Like, yeah.
We
I
got
mean,
fucked.
just the 2 that I've been to, we lost fights.
Yeah, Bellator had a chance to take the third largest city in the country and pull them their direction.
They
And they
pulled a UFC because they're bragging about the gate and shit, and it's like, yeah, you took a bunch of people's money, but that's because they thought they were going to get a good card, and keep doing that, and we'll stop going. You know, we said we were going to be very picky with the next UFC that came here because we got burned the last couple times. Well, they fucking delivered. So, do you think they're coming here? It clearly didn't work because of the gate, but do you think they are coming to fuck with Bellator because it was
Maybe.
pretty convenient that
Yeah.
they're trailing like a month behind all of a sudden and no one expected it?
Well, it's good timing in the grand scheme of things because 224
Ooh.
is a shaky card. That's one fight falling out away from.
Oh yeah, if
I
Nunes
mean-
falls off, if the Nunes fight falls off, if she falls off in any way, it's over.
Exactly.
You can't do an interim with Raquel Pennington to headline a pay-per-view. Period.
Yes.
And what's the co-main? Jacare Gastelum.
Jacare Gastelum, which
Nope.
is a great.
Yeah,
that's a
great
great fight,
Great
but that's
fight.
not going to carry a pay-per-view.
Nope.
Yep.
And I'm a huge Jacare fan, and I like Gastelum too. But that's
you guys
not going
know how I feel about Mackenzie Dern, Angel.
Caterpillars. Get those out of here.
How fucking dare you?
Damn, he did it on the
I
podcast.
know. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I'm not allowed to hate on Sam Cecilia. You're fucking shaming Mackenzie Dern's looks. How dare
I
you?
am not, gosh, yeah. If anyone can be shamed, I'm allowed to shame her looks because no one else in the world would dare. So
She's a
I'll be
goddamn
the
angel.
the one human being.
Hold on. No. Don't sit there and drink your water like it's none of my business. No, you can't say she's an angel and put her up there with Rose. You can't do that.
I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna go. It'd be a full Brennan Schaub fucking
What?
do it ranking the women or something.
I'm not saying. I'm
Well,
not
they
saying
rank. He
ranking.
just ranks men all the time, anyway.
He just ranks
not
men.
Even, that's
I'm not
just the truth.
saying
I'm
rank.
saying it's
I'm
a
not
bad thing.
saying rank the women. I'm just saying you cannot. The Rose train has been riding smoothly for the last
Couple
for
years. Yeah.
long for
Yeah.
a while. Okay.
Yep.
This Mackenzie Dern train came out of nowhere,
It
and
just
you're putting her.
started.
You're no. She's tied right now.
No.
Okay, Rose.
You're saying angel.
well, Rose is a saint. Totally different.
Okay, saint now.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Hey, to clarify.
Wait, is an angel better than a saint?
Angel's a higher, like a
I make
celestial
up my own
being
rules.
versus a saint. Come on.
This is my rules. We're
When does
playing
she
by
become
my
a
No,
rules.
we're
goddess?
playing
That's
church
like,
rules.
That's like having
gonna
a
put a
saw
goddess?
trap. What?
She could be your first goddess.
Okay, well, if that's true. Well, no, that's Alexa Bliss. Somewhere Dave's laughing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Dave
your
knows.
wife.
No, yeah, that would have got me huge brownie points.
That doesn't
No.
count.
Huh?
That doesn't count.
You saw Alexa Bliss?
Of course. Well, yeah, I did. But that doesn't
That's
count.
a goddess.
But that doesn't count.
See, but we're not. I wasn't going off looks at all. I thought we were just talking about like Rose.
We
is
lost-
on a different level.
Literally every single female fan, all like 2 of them are fucking out.
So yeah, your wife stopped
Yeah.
listening. Mine stopped listening months ago. So
Well, mine doesn't give any feedback anymore, so
She
she's
gave
given
up.
Completely.
Or maybe we're just. No,
she's just.
I don't know.
She's like, you guys are hopeless.
I was gonna say maybe we're just that good that
No,
she doesn't
no.
need to,
Definitely.
but definitely
Nope.
not. She's probably thinking like, God, why do they still do this fucking thing?
I asked myself the same question.
There he is.
Well, speaking of continue to do it, are we going into what we're doing, or are we hitting it hard, like just coming out next week? No, we're not gonna tell them what we're doing, or
Oh, you want to reveal our
I don't know.
subject
I
matter
don't-
for next week?
Do you want to reveal it? Do you have something that you maybe
No,
want to?
that's true. It's been since was that my debut? I pulled the CM Punk card.
May have been.
Pico?
Pico
Was my
your
Pico
debut?
my debut?
No,
Full time
no,
when I got the gig?
no. It was what was number 4?
Yeah, you
Pico.
pinch hit for
Uriah?
no. Pico was before you were.
No, you were in QDs.
Hey,
Yeah.
good thing we don't know our own podcast.
I think I started at Pico, dude. And I think I
Did you
opened
start
with,
at Pico?
with the CM Punk.
You know what? Let me
That's-
look at it. Let me look at it right now. Did you
Well-
start at Pico with the fucking? No. Okay. Wait, you did.
Look at that.
It was 6 was Aaron Pico. Oh my
Wait,
god.
What was 4?
4? Well, that was Alexander Gustafsson. That was
Oh,
like
yeah, you're right
ours.
then.
Like, dude,
Gia
what
is
the hell?
going
Gia
off
is
right
going
now.
nuts.
Your
I need to
dog
see what's
is-
this is crazy. Let me go ahead and
Yeah, you
go
go
take care of
downstairs
that?
and address that.
Jesus. You know what? She's barking. I bet you this lady's outside. Hold on.
Is that the lady outside again?
that lady.
Creepy. It follows, lady.
Yeah, the lady. It follows. Hey, Gia.
Hey, don't worry. The Godfather and I got this.
Just take it from here. Holy shit.
Yes, God. Thank God. The podcast is where it should have been
We're
the
just-
whole time.
We're just going to play through 11 and
Finally.
hang out now?
Yeah.
this
This is what we really
Yes.
wanted. I didn't want Scrappy on this
No.
podcast. This was supposed to be you and me, Godfather,
Holy shit.
hanging out.
I don't even
So-
know. Go ahead.
We're talking 225 lineup.
Yes.
Is that the best card on paper? Is that the best card you've seen all year?
Has 226 passed it yet, though? Because it's gotten close.
Ooh, yeah.
Because you got the Cormier Stipe, you got the Holloway T-City, you got Black Beast, and
It's
Ganu.
certainly a better, it's a better top heavy card for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They're filling it out.
We have a deeper card, but that's a much better top lineup. Definitely.
Yeah, I think our card is insanely deep. You all right over there? Did you take care of that? Or?
Sorry, it's our new neighbors that don't know not to walk in front of our window. But Gia's out of control.
So it's not the It Follows lady?
It's not. It's a new lady that walks a dog. So Gia wants a new friend.
Yeah.
Basically. So
So-
no, sorry. What'd I miss?
Oh, nothing.
Fuck,
we didn't
man.
say anything.
Worn out.
Yeah. Cool. Welcome back. Glad to have you back.
Hey, Carl.
Hey,
Good to see you. Take that one.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, I mean, we were just talking about the lineup for Chicago, and I'm sure we'll talk about that more on the QDs from here until we actually go to the event. But, you were asking if we were going to announce our
Well, it's already out now.
CM Punk.
Yeah. I can't believe your first fucking Untold and you brought out CM Punk.
Yeah, you thought we were honestly
been
going to do
waiting.
CM Punk?
I've been waiting, lurking for this for almost a year, just
Yeah,
biding
Tim
my
finally got
time,
his wish.
waiting. And now my time has come.
This is the first time the mute will come out.
I'm literally already campaigning that we're doing spin-off episods about CM Punk.
He was.
I'm actively
I told
look at
Zach
it.
today.
I'm
Tim's
actively
pushing,
campaigning
he's
for a
angling
spin-off,
for bonus spin-off episodes.
an entire series, 14 CM Punk episodes.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
How long?
like, many ones.
Many ones.
What is
Treats.
what's the big event that he was in? Hell in a Cell or
I referenced it in my debut, Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank?
I had like
That's what
3
it is.
pages of notes on it. Yeah, my goodness.
There it is.
Yes.
So no, I believe that's next week, right?
Oh my gosh.
It is. This is gonna be a.
I would say I can't wait, but I can wait for this one.
You son of a bitch! You watched WrestleMania? How dare you?
You're goddamn. I'm not knocking it because it's wrestling. I'm knocking it because it's gonna be fucking Tim Fest in May.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's true. We are getting dangerously close to another Tim Fest
Really?
in May.
Wait,
Yep.
what?
And then the month of Tim
Wait, you
is
have
also coming.
month of Tim.
Well, that's September.
Well, I almost started Zach Fest. I had a beer during today's show.
Yeah, what beer are you drinking? Let's talk about it for an hour.
Is that the reason for the I'll hit that comment? You have a couple more of those before.
Well, if you look at it, it's
I don't like that.
it's the Ripper
I don't like the way
from
you said
Stone
Ripper.
Brewery, and that's in San Diego. And the
Why has it
food
got that
there-
devil mask on it?
Well, because so they make you've heard of Arrogant Bastard, maybe?
Yes.
That's their beer.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it's legit. I bought a hat.
So we've hit
I was all in.
so we got cigars, hipster beer.
Hipster
Yeah,
beer.
that is hipster
Where
beer.
we go?
I just want
is
you to
that
know
hipster?
this is a Zach beer if I've ever seen one.
Why?
This is Twilight meets whatever
Oh.
else.
Jeez, are you fucking? Why?
It
What is
says
wrong with that
a
beer?
rippin' swell of
Rippin'.
juicy hops. If you describe your beer as juicy, that is for
Juicy
Twilight.
hops.
Yeah. No, I got it. I read it.
Man, look, you guys are. Should I read the whole description?
No, please do not.
No, don't.
God,
we already
please
lost
don't.
1 million people.
What else you guys got to talk about? Do we have anything
It
else?
says Australian Galaxy hops. All right. Yeah, they're in the
Cool.
galaxy out there.
Is it from, what is it? A
San
SoCal
Diego.
bill? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the hops are from Australia.
You guys have fucking derailed beyond belief right now. Put the fucking beer down or I'll smash it on my
Wait,
head.
so what's in your
Goddamn
cigar?
Sandman.
That's what you need to do.
No.
Goddamn Sandman.
Yeah.
Are we wrapping this up?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So speaking of Australia, we have a.
Oh, shit. Sweet irony. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a fan from Australia. We want to give a shout out to who's going through a tough time right now. But hopefully the three of us made your day a little bit better.
What did
You
you say
got
his
to
first
escape.
name, right?
Yeah,
Gotta be-
Ben.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, Ben.
No, hang in there, Ben. I know it's pretty awesome that we provided a little escape or whatever. You know, I'm glad we can get something done with this bullshit we're doing. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right? Make someone happy
Yeah.
besides ourselves when we listen back to it.
Yeah, laugh at our
God,
own jokes.
I'm not happy. I'm miserable when we listen back.
No, but yeah, man, we hope you find the answers you're looking for. And yeah,
Hang in there.
yeah, for sure.
So, where can they find us, Zach? If you want to reach out to us, let's say, if you want to ask us questions.
Yeah,
if
a
you
big
wanna-
thing for so far has been just Facebook message. Send us a message. I get it instantly. I normally send screenshots to the guys.
What's our email?
MMAuntold@gmail.com.
Very nice. And we have a Patreon page set up, right?
Sure do.
Fantastic. So go to patreon.com/MMA Untold. You will find our page there. You can get
All
bonus
the details.
content, decals, shirts, whatever, what have you.
Sponsor a fighter for an
You
episode.
can sponsor a fighter for an episode. You could do the Godfather is sponsoring next week's episode.
For sure.
That's the only way CM Punk was going to get on this damn podcast.
I just openly.
That's the only way we were making money on this podcast. Is
It's
because
just-
he-
because the
it's just me.
Godfather
he's
is
just
insane.
racking
over
it
and
up.
over and
Boom,
just
boom,
CM
boom,
Punk,
boom,
CM
boom,
Punk,
CM
CM
Punk.
Punk. Yeah, just over and over. Eventually they'll have to do it. It's fake names.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.
Same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
You know very well who you are. Don't let 'em hold you down. Reach for the
I'm about to hit that